Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I can't believe we're nearly at 3,000 subscribers when I'm recording this. It's so crazy. This channel has only been going 2 months, like 2.5 months now. It's totally crazy, but thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed and leaves me lovely comments. It's really lovely to see you all participating in the channel, helping it grow. It's absolutely beautiful. So today our question is, it's kind of a multifaceted question. It's like, what is blocking you from being with this person? So what obstacles are keeping you apart, and kind of what is stopping them from coming forward as well? So it's not just external obstacles, it's also kind of what's affecting them. I'm just going to see what's going to come up in the cards. I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll just, take a look at it depending on which pile you've chosen. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that by going to my Etsy page. The link is in the description box below. And if you're booking a private reading, please remember to leave your email address, your question, and the names of anyone involved. It doesn't have to be their full name, it can just be their first name, in the comments box or in a message to me when you buy the reading, please. That's so important. Because a lot of people forget to do that, and it means that I have to chase you up, and it just delays you getting your reading, because if you don't reply straight away, then I'm busy doing other people's things, and then it can take a while for me to get back to you. Also, you don't need to follow up with me with messages. Once you've booked your reading, I've got it, I've seen it. I will just quietly get on with that, and I'll only get in touch with you if you've forgotten something, or if you've missed something out from your reading, or if something is unclear in your question. Otherwise, I will just quietly get on with it. You will get your reading link within 3 days, normally within 24 hours. You don't need to send me messages asking me when you're going to have it or asking if I've seen it, because I have. So don't worry about that. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there are a few ways you can do that. You can go to my Patreon page. The link is in the description box, and become a patron. There's loads of cool rewards over there. We're getting to the end of the month, and at the end of every month there will be a prize draw to win a reading with me. There's also lots of exclusive posts with daily inspiration, exclusive pick a card videos, etc. And if you're in the top tier, then you will get a reading with me every month anyway. If you don't want to become a patron but you still want to support the channel, you can do that by donating through my PayPal link, which is in the description box. Thank you so much to everyone who's done that so far. It's really generous of you. Or if you'd like to actually send me a deck, I have an Amazon wish list in the description as well. You can take a look through those and let me know if you want to send me one of those. That would be totally amazing. Thank you everyone for your generosity. It's really quite overwhelming for me. Really beautiful. So with that being said, let's take a look at the piles. So pile number 1 has this blue gold stone, and we're going to do charms and dice as well today, everyone. So this sparkly blue gold stone. Pile number 2 has this piece of jade. And pile number 3 has this Shiva lingam stone. So take a moment, you can pause the video if you need to, and just go with whichever pile is intuitively calling towards you. So that doesn't need to be the one where you like the look of the crystal the most, just the one that you feel that intuitive pull towards it. And I will start with pile number 1. Hey there everyone who picked pile number 1 with this sparkly blue gold stone. Really reminds me of the floor in the Disney shop. It's really lovely. This is your reading, so we're going to see why your person isn't coming towards you. So I'm imagining that you will have a particular person in mind. Maybe you're asking about, a future life partner, like a twin flame or something like that, but this was more to do with people who already know this person, and they want to know why they're not coming towards them. So external obstacles, things that they're dealing with as well. We've got 4 tarot cards here, then we'll get onto your oracle cards, then your charms, and then your dice. So you've got 3 of earth, King of Fire, the Moon, and Two of Fire. Okay. You could be dealing with a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. But don't worry if you're not. Okay. I think for some of you, this is a third party situation because you have the Three of Earth, and this would often mean to me that there is someone else involved. So there is someone else that this person is considering. Maybe they are already in a relationship, or they're just coming out of one and they've still got that energy to deal with, or maybe they are looking at other people and they're not entirely settled on you. That's what I feel with this card. This card is also about work, and I do see that in the other cards as well. So it may just be that they have a lot going on in work, in their study possibly, just in their own personal ambition and life goals. And that is what they're focusing on rather than a relationship. So King of Fire talks about looking to the future. It talks about ambition and being a visionary, looking towards what you want, being able to really visualize that in the far off future. It feels like this person is kind of looking forwards and is deciding what they want, because the Two of Fire card, I would sometimes call this card like the world is your oyster card. It's like looking forward into the future and seeing what you want from life, from the world. But the King of Fire also, of all of the kings, is the least committed, I would say, in a relationship context. He is the one who is most likely to talk to other people. I'm not saying that's always the case, but if we're looking at terms of commitment, the King of Fire would be the least committed, in my opinion. But there's very strong creative and business energy here as well. And obviously we're going to look at the other cards as well and see what they have to say. The moon is about insecurities. It's about worries and anxieties. I would say this person has their own hang-ups that are kind of keeping them from coming forward. It may be that they have very deep feelings towards you, because the moon can indicate that. It indicates everything that we're hiding that is not visible to the outside world, or even to ourselves sometimes. It's the subconscious card. But they are being kept back by insecurities or worries or past traumas or fears that if they make a move and they step out, then they're making themselves vulnerable. And it feels like this person doesn't want to do that. From the energy that I'm picking up so far, this person may be a bit superficial. They might have a big ego and they want to be seen as this inflated person, this image that they've created for themselves that they're courting in the public eye, but they don't want to be seen as the true vulnerable person that is standing behind this big inflated mask. And Two of Fire, this is also about business and about moving forward, making your own progress in life. It's about looking to the future, seeing the whole world and deciding what you want from it, which direction you want to move in. It feels like this person is still undecided in many ways. They kind of have an overall vision, but they haven't set out the finer details yet, and they're working towards that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from these cards so far, but we'll look at your oracle cards as well. So your Mermaid oracle card is Yamaya. And this card is all about protection. So I don't know if they have children, because obviously that's represented here. There's a little baby mermaid, which is really cute. But they are protecting themselves, is what I'm feeling. They're protecting themselves. This moon energy is saying that they have some insecurities or some fears or worries, and they're protecting themselves by not coming forward at this time. They don't feel able to come forward quite yet. And your Vampire oracle card is Jealousy, Envy, Punishment, Changing Course. Yeah, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this is a third party situation. And this person may actually be playing you both off against each other. You know, this person may be telling one person something to get them all riled up, and then they're telling you something and it's like they're trying to make you compete for their love and attention to see which one is the best option for them. And I don't like that energy. That's not very high vibrational energy at all. So your Sacred Traveler Oracle card is Ascending the Mountain. Keep going forward. So I feel like this person again is kind of moving up the career ladder, and they're on their journey. Like, they are going to face a lot of tough things before they feel ready to have a relationship. They're ascending this mountain, and it's interesting because this says keep going forward, and what this card here says is continue to move forward. It's like they're just focusing on their own progress, and they're focusing on taking it a day at a time, rather than saying, okay, I want to have this done by this deadline, etc. In 3 months I want to be doing this. It's like they're just moving forward a day at a time, trying to get that progress every day, and they're very much focused on their own goals. And it feels like they're going to have a lot of things to battle in the future. They're going to have to overcome a lot of lessons and a lot of obstacles. And I think when they reach the top of that mountain, they're going to be a very changed person. They're going to be much more self-aware. But it's whether you want to stick around for that journey, because I feel like there may be a lot of hurt involved for you along the way. So your Romance Angels cards today are pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah. I'm feeling third-party energy. I'm feeling like this person maybe hasn't treated you in the best way in the past, or, you know, recent past, current energy. They maybe ignore you, or they kind of neglect your needs in some ways. Maybe you sometimes really reach out to them in a very kind of hopeful way, and you just want to have that genuine connection with them. You want to have an open and honest communication with them, and they come back at you with the ego, or they come back at you with trying to make you jealous about the other person. And that's really not a positive way to behave at all. And the codependency issue, it feels like for one of you or both of you, you are putting too much worth on the other person. You're putting too much of your own happiness and feelings of self-worth and your own feelings of security on what the other person does, or what the other person says, or how the other person feels about you. And that's not healthy in a relationship, because if you're putting all of your feelings about yourself and putting the power for that in the hands of another person, that's really unhelpful, because you're giving that other person all of your power over your self-esteem. So this is something that we need to work on, group number 1. And then we've got a Dixit card here. So these aren't meant for divination. They're actually a game, but I just use them sometimes. I find them really nice, and we just do them intuitively. So this is your Dixit card for today. So we've got like a tree that's growing in a desert landscape, and it's dropping these water droplets onto the sand. The feeling that I'm getting from this card is that you have often waited around for this person to give you scraps. It's like you feel happy when this person gives you some attention, or when this person gives you some positive communication, but it feels like you're waiting there with your hands out for these crumbs that this person is dropping into your hands, and you're worth so much more than that. This person, I'm not getting beautiful energy from this person right now. I'm not saying that they're not a good person, but I just feel like the way they're treating you isn't a good way to behave. And I feel like you really need to awaken in this relationship to realize that maybe things aren't as good as you're telling yourself that they are. Make sure that you are seeing this person for who they truly are, and for the way that they're truly treating you, rather than just the fantasy that you have in your head. And then your last card today is a Gnome Tarot card. So my gnomes have given you Shestyorka Bulav, Хорошая судьба. And this is the Six of Wands. So there's quite a lot of wands energy, like fire energy here. So I feel like this is quite a passionate relationship when you do speak to this person. And this says here, good fortune. And this picture, it's a woman, she's blindfolded and she's hitting, I assume what she thinks is a piñata, and it's actually a pot full of water. And this card is about not leaving anything up to chance. You know, making the decisions that are right for you, not letting anyone else make them for you, or not making, letting the universe make those decisions for you. It's saying right now, you have power in your own hands. You need to make decisions about what will bring you good fortune, because this woman, she's been told that it's a piñata. She's been told that if she smacks it, she'll get some benefit, she'll get some rewards. But she's actually just hitting this pot that's raining pieces of ceramic and water down on top of her. And it's like a cruel joke that someone's played on her. And that's what I'm feeling here. It feels like someone is really just not treating you in the right way. It feels like you've been lied to. You've been kind of tricked into having this relationship for so long. Like they've been promising you something and not following through with that, or deceiving you in some way. So we'll take a look at your charms now. Group number 1, and see what is keeping you from being with this person. What is holding them back? What are the external obstacles? Okay. So that's just fallen a little by the wayside. So your initials for today are Y and I. And that seems to be all of them. So that could be a first name, a surname, or a place. In this situation, you've got stability and security with this anchor, and you've got freedom written in this heart. Freedom, and this beautiful angel who is watching over your situation. Then round here you've got winter or Christmas time, so that something important may have happened in your relationship in winter time. You've also got the ballerina, and this is about carefully thinking through each step that you make so that you don't put a foot wrong, you don't make any mistakes, you're going in the right direction. You've also got this turtle, which is about going slowly, not rushing. Have celebration. And you have an olive branch here, so reaching out to someone or someone reaching out to you in a communication way. You also have hope. So there is hope that things will improve, but I think you need to start prioritizing your own well-being and what you want. You've also got a mermaid, and this is about allure, seduction. I do feel that for many of you, this is a third-party situation, as I've been saying, and I feel like that is one of the obstacles that's keeping you apart. And you have the Black Knight here, which is an unexpected stranger coming into your life, or someone who is keeping their true identity or their true motives hidden. So again, I'm feeling like this moon energy, this holding things back, deception in a way, even if it's not intentional, just holding things back and not being completely open and honest in the relationship. There's also a steering wheel here, which is about changing course, moving in a new direction. And you have this hen, and this can represent the mother, if there's an overbearing mother in the situation. It can represent someone who is henpecked, so they listen to what a certain woman tells them to do. Like I'm feeling for some of you, this person is actually in a relationship with someone else. And it can also refer to someone who's born in the Chinese year of the rooster. So just take that however it resonates with you. You've also got this dove of peace. You've got the sheath here, which is again about keeping things hidden, not talking about things, keeping things pushed down underneath the surface. And you have Saturn here, and this can talk about someone who's a starseed, so if that's something that resonates with you, do take that on board. It's also that phrase, out of this world, that I'm hearing with this charm, but often represents people who are starseeds. Then here you've got I love football, and this talks about important hobbies or interests, and like I said, it feels like this person's kind of focused on their own goals at the moment. So if there's a particular hobby that they're trying to do really well in, or a creative project or a business or just kind of study, work, etc., that's where their focus is at right now. Their focus doesn't seem to be on having a serious relationship with anyone. Got this cheeky little star of hope here. And there is attraction here with this perfume bottle, and it's landed on this mermaid card, which again makes me think that there is another person in this relationship who is kind of taking this person's focus away from you. And there is another guardian angel here, so you are protected in this situation. You don't need to worry about that. There are angels surrounding you who you can call upon for help. There's a little love heart here. There is the Easter bunny, so this talks about Easter time or spring, so I feel like something will change around that time for you. Can also talk about surprises. There's attachment here, and again it's kind of landed near the codependency card, feeling a strong attachment to this person. You've got Hermes or Mercury here, and if you're new to the channel, whenever I get a god charm in one of my readings, it means that this god wants to work with you. They're coming to you in this situation to say, please reach out to me in prayer or in meditation, whatever feels best and most comfortable for you, because this god wants to help you resolve this situation. So that's Hermes or Mercury, the Greek and Roman god of communication, the messenger of the gods, and of many other things as well. He was a god of many things. I do need to get some more god charms. I only have a few for now, but if it's something people like, do comment below and I can try and look for some new ones and increase my collection. There's also the gear, okay? And when we get the gear landing on something, it means that this thing is already in process. And it's landed on the Two of Fire, which is him, this person moving forward and just focusing on their business or their career or their study and taking each day at a time. So I feel like that's the current energy that they're in, but the Hermes charm landed on this gear. So I feel like Hermes is already coming into your situation. You might want to look this god up and see if any of his symbols, for example, have been cropping up in your life, or if there is anything associated with him that you really resonate with. And you also have this charm, which doesn't really come up in my readings very often, and this talks about deceased relatives, so passed over loved ones, passed over pets sometimes as well, spirit guides. They are surrounding you right now, helping you in this situation. So you seem to have a lot of divine help at the moment. Whether you can feel that or not, please try and take some comfort from the fact that there is a lot of divine energy surrounding you right now, a lot of loving, caring energy. You've got both of my angel charms here. You've got a god, you've got these passed over loved ones surrounding you. You've got a Christmas tree again. So winter seems to have like a strong meaning for this connection. There's also healing here. When we pull a starfish, this means that it's about healing because they grow back their limbs when they lose them. So I feel like this person is actually going through some kind of healing. Maybe they've been hurt in the past, or maybe even if they don't show it, because I'm getting the feeling that this person comes across as quite arrogant sometimes. Deep down, they are quite affected by a lot of things that go on, and I feel like they just don't want to show that because they don't want to be seen as weak or vulnerable. They don't want to open themselves up to people, but They are going through some healing. There's also this bad luck charm here. It feels like this person just feels like things haven't been going right for them recently and they feel a bit down about it. And this charm is about putting someone on a pedestal. So maybe you've been holding this person up to this perfect ideal. Like I said when I was saying, make sure that you're not holding someone to a fantasy in your mind that you've built around them. Don't listen to the false narratives that you've created about this person in your head to comfort yourself. Like, look at the real situation. Don't put them on this pedestal anymore. Oh, you have another god charm. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the Celtic sea god Manannan MacLear. He's a trickster god, quite similar to Hermes in that way. He's the god of the sea, the ocean, the mist. Lots of wonderful things. You can look up stories about him online. There are some really colourful, amazing stories about him and his antics. And he is also wanting to help you in this situation. So it's really incredible. You've got so much divine help just waiting for you to reach out and access it. And then here you have a key, a big key. You have the solution to this situation here with this key. You have the word hope. And this is interesting because this charm is the Six of Wands. And it's the Hallelujah charm. It says that good news is on its way for you. So I do feel like this situation will improve. I feel like this is something that's going to resolve itself. But what the cards and the charms are telling you so far is that you need to focus on you and on what you want. We're going to look at your dice now as well. We're doing the fantasy dice for you today. Definitely need to start asserting yourself more is what I feel. So there are 9 dice here, but I don't want to roll all of them in case they don't all have a message for you today. So I'm rolling this D10. I'm going to ask how many of these dice am I rolling for group 1 today, please? 7. Okay. So I'm going to pull them all out and I'm going to let 2 just naturally fall back into the box. Okay, that was very quick. So, what obstacles are keeping pile 1 from their person? What is stopping their person from coming forward, please, for pile 1? Okay. Okay. This is so interesting. You've got this Lamia, this snake woman. It's actually Medusa, I think. But I'm pretty sure this is also Medusa. It's a snake woman anyway. It's a Lamia. There's it's difficult to see it in the camera, I think, but there is like her legs end here and then it's just snake tail. I'm pretty sure she's meant to be Medusa, but she might not be. She may just be a Lamia. That's so interesting that you've got this imagery twice, because it's pretty rare imagery, I would say. I don't think I have anything else with this imagery on it. And with the Lamia, what I feel is like this is a very kind of toxic, angry woman, a woman who would really lash out if this person didn't do what she said. So it may be this third party, it may be a mother as well, if there is a mother who wants certain things for this person when it comes to love. There's also the Mirror, and normally I would say this is about self-reflection and deciding what you want, but I'm actually getting vanity from this now. I've never got that from this dice before, but I'm feeling vanity. I feel like this person wants their ego to be stroked, but at the moment they're not prepared to offer anything in return. There's also Little Red Riding Hood, which is representing this third party for many of you. It's also very sexual undertones with Red Riding Hood. There's Icarus here flying too close to the sun. Again, that hubris, that arrogance that I feel this person is kind of displaying right now, but he's flying too close to the sun. Pretty soon he's going to get shot down and he's going to come crashing to the ground. and he's got to start ascending this mountain again. So I do feel like things are going to change soon. But just know that you don't have to be there to pick up the pieces. This person has their own demons that they're dealing with, regardless of whether you know about that or not, but it's not something that you can help them with personally. This is something they have to go through on their own in order to become a better person and learn those soul lessons that they need to learn. There's also this mace, which makes me think of defensiveness. I feel like if you try and come in a compassionate way, offering this loving connection, offering your heart like this person is going to become very defensive, and maybe they do that already. Like maybe you come towards them sometimes, you want this open communication, and they are defensive with you, they shut you down, they may be quite mean to you when they talk to you. That's what I'm feeling from that. And then there's the treasure chest. And this makes me think about things going on under the surface. Like, I don't feel this is a bad person. I just feel like they've put on so many layers of themselves to protect themselves and to make themselves seem maybe more socially acceptable, maybe more socially successful. And they've kind of forgotten who they really are. They've lost sight of the treasure that is underneath the surface, and they're just showing people this dark, old chest. And, you know, it's a hard shell that's keeping all of this treasure within. So this is a lesson and a journey that they need to go through by themselves. And as much as you feel perhaps called to help them, you need to let them go through that on their own. I'm not saying cut them out of your life. I'm not saying to go no contact. But I'm saying that you can't fix things for them. You can't do their healing for them as much as you may feel called to, especially if you're a feminine energy, which I imagine a lot of you are. You can't do that for them. You have to let them go through that by themselves. So I really hope this was helpful for you, group number 1. Please let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share with a friend, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to book a private reading, you can do that. There's a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below, but please remember to leave your email address, your question, and the names of everyone involved in the comments section or in a message to me when you book the reading. If you want to support the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. I'm offering a load of cool stuff over there, including a monthly giveaway, a reading with me, etc. There's some pick a card videos on there as well, and daily inspiration posts. If you'd like to send me a deck, do check out my Amazon wishlist. That would be amazing if you're feeling really generous. Just get in touch with me, let me know that you want to do that. Or if you just want to send a donation to the channel, a tip for this reading, that would be great as well. There's a PayPal link in the description box. Anything that you give will go back into the channel, will go towards buying new cards, new dice, etc. So have a lovely rest of your day, whatever time it is for you now, wherever you are in the world. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay at home and yeah, take good care of yourselves, stay healthy, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Hey there everyone who picked group number 2 with this piece of jade. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to have a look and see why this person isn't coming towards you, what external obstacles are kind of blocking you from being with this person, but also what is holding them back in their own lives. So we'll look at your tarot cards, then we'll do your oracle, your charms, and your dice as well. So you've got 2 of air, renewal, which is the judgment card, ego, that's the devil card, and ace of water. Okay, we've got Capricorn's energy represented here, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus sign. What I'm seeing here with these 2 cards, 2 of air and renewal, is that this person really doesn't know what they want right now. Like, they're trying to come to a decision, and it may not be to do with you even, it may be something different, like they're trying to decide what career they want, whether they're going to move house, relocating, etc. It may be choosing between you and another person. It may be choosing between you and the single life. But they're trying to come to some kind of decision, and they're finding it really difficult for whatever reason. The Two of Air says that they've come to this stalemate of head and heart. And they just, because they don't know which decision to make, they're kind of putting it off, like they're pretending they don't have to make this decision, which is not helpful at all, because it means that you're both stuck in this stalemate energy. But it feels like they're trying to make this decision. It's quite an important decision for them. This is a major arcana card. This is about life-changing things usually. And they're struggling to come to it. I feel like for some of you as well, an ex has come back into their life, or someone that they used to know, someone they used to talk to, may even just be a friend, but it's kind of changed their perspective on what they want. Because renewal can be about a resurrection of something, and it feels like they're looking back to where they used to be, and now this has messed with their mind. They're not sure that they want what they previously thought they wanted, because now they've been reminded of old memories, old feelings, old desires, etc. And that's having a big effect on their present mindset for many of you. With ego here, this is the Devil card. There may be some addiction issues for some of you as well. This person may abuse substances, they may gamble, they may have some kind of obsessive or compulsive behavior, even if it's not something that we would naturally think is bad for us, like for example running. If they feel the need to do it every day, otherwise they feel like a failure, or they have a panic attack, then it's addictive and it's having a negative effect on them. This may be a sex addiction, it may be an addiction to just spending money, but there does seem to be some kind of negative habit or thought pattern that is stopping them from having a proper, healthy, loving relationship, because there's this toxic energy that's surrounding them that they're struggling to get out of. And some of them may be very focused on their career as well, and on this material success. An Ace of Water honestly makes me think that someone has come back into their life, because this can be about an old flame coming back into their life, kind of reigniting feelings. I just get the feeling that this person is feeling a lot at the moment, like they are pretty overwhelmed with responsibility, with stress, with feelings, with worry. It's just taking over them a little bit. And that's what I'm getting from this card right now. So let's look at your oracle cards. Let's see if they can make the situation any clearer. You've got quite a lot of cards, group number 2, as you often do for me. So you've got 3 mermaid oracle cards. You've got fertility, potential, powerful creative energy, initiation energy, visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. Seeing out of body travel. And divine sensuality, making love, erotica. Yeah, I was getting that with the Devil card. So fertility, they may have children, and that is stopping them from coming towards you because they feel like their first responsibility is to their children, or there may be issues with this. So they may know that you want children in the future, for example, but that's not what they want. And so there's some issue with family planning that's going on here. There may also be worries about their own fertility, but this is also about creativity. If they have their own projects, for example, like I feel a lot of them are very focused on work, then that is taking up a lot of their energy and a lot of their mindset right now. Then we've got this visions card. And this is interesting. I feel like you've recently found something out about them, or you've recently caught them with someone else, for example, or you've seen them for who they really are. Like you've seen something about them that has made you question them a little bit, that's made you question what you thought you knew about them. I feel also this person might be having some kind of psychic downloads. They're growing as a person in some way, and they are just on the start of this journey. They're going to have to get rid of a lot of things. They're going to have to really change their ways. And they're just starting to get these realizations, and it's very strong and very powerful for them. And pretty overwhelming, I'm feeling as well. I feel like this person is really overwhelmed at the moment. I'm feeling like stressful energy from this person. And then divine sensuality. See, because it came out next to visions, I was wondering, did you catch this person with someone else? Like maybe not fully intimate, but did you see messages from them or from another person to them that made you question them? Or did you see them spending time with someone else, maybe holding hands or something, or just someone that you feel insecure about? I also feel like for some of you, this person has an addiction to sex or an addiction to messaging people. There's some really strong like toxic energy here, and I'm not saying that about this person. I'm not saying that they're a bad person, but I feel like they've got involved with things that are really lowering their vibration, and they're struggling to get out of it. So now your Les Vampires Oracle cards. You've got Anti-Hero, Maverick, Risk Taker, Rule Breaker. Ecstasy, Yielding, Rapture, Bliss. And Reason, Listen to Advice, Think Clearly, Intellect. Yeah, with both of these, I'm feeling like there's some illegal activity. There's some addictive behavior that's going on. This person is just trying to feed their addiction by getting high, by doing things that make them feel good. It might not even be something that you would necessarily see as like an addiction. I just feel like they do things just to get that momentary satisfaction, and they're not seeing the bigger picture. They're not seeing, for example, that if they spend this money now on this new shirt or this nice food, then they can't save it for something later that they would enjoy in more of a long-term scenario. Feels like they're just doing things to get the momentary gratification. And they might be a bit of a bad boy as well. Like I'm feeling some of you, this person, people have already warned you about this person. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be with this person. Like they're really covered in tattoos, or like they're in a gang, or there's something about them that is kind of bad. And you've probably been warned about that, but maybe you're attracted to that. Maybe that was what drew you towards this person. And with Reason here, feel like they are trying to listen to these downloads that they're getting. They're trying to listen to the clear mind headspace. Other people have been trying to tell them to stop doing what they're doing. But for now, they're just not ready to make that decision. It seems like they're really in this stalemate situation where they haven't got out of their thought patterns. It really feels like this person needs to have like an epiphany and realize that they need to change their ways. So now your Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. You've got Vast Vistas, Expand Your Horizons. Rejuvenating Rain, Clear the Past, Heal the Present. And Unknown Territory, you're exactly where you need to be. Right, with Vast Vistas here, this is normally about travel, but what I'm seeing with this card is that they're maybe looking outside of the relationship. They're looking to other people to satisfy their need for attention or their need for something. Like they are looking outside of the relationship for something. And I'm not saying that they're physically cheating on you or anything like that, but it feels like they're getting some attention. They're putting some energy in something else. And then Rejuvenating Rain is this need for them to heal. It's this need for them to get out of this addictive mindset, to move away from these toxic people or these toxic habits that they've gotten into. But Unknown Territory, This makes me feel like they're already on this journey, like they've recently started to, like I said, they've recently started to get these downloads, and it's saying that now they're on their right path, like they're where they need to be. They're being guided. There's this owl here that's kind of looking over this traveler. Whether they know it or not, they're being guided, and I feel like they will come out the other side, but they need to listen to what their inner voice is telling them, this reason. They need to make those steps, and I don't think that you can help them in that way. I don't think you can be the person that does their healing for them. You may find it helpful actually to watch pile number 1, because there are some similar themes there, but their theme is more heavily on the third party side, whereas this seems more like addiction, codependency as well, I'm feeling. But basically the theme that bridges the two of you is that you can't heal this person for them. They need to have that realization themselves. And I'm not saying you should go no contact with this person, or that you should cut them out or stop considering them as a romantic interest, but I'm saying that they need to go on this healing journey alone, and no one else can help them on that. So your romance angel card is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yeah, I'm feeling like this person is not 100% committed to you as a romantic partner. I feel like they're looking to other options, and I'm especially being drawn to this other card here. I feel like they are keeping their options open, which is why they haven't told you that they will commit fully to you right now. They may be giving you the impression that you're kind of in a relationship, but they've not let you say officially like, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, because it feels like they have other options waiting in the wings that they want to try out. Like they don't want to completely dismiss those, at least right now. This may also mean that you are from a different social background or a different religion or different race or culture to this person, and that is having some kind of effect here. Not saying that this person is racist or anything, but like feels like maybe there are some family issues where they feel if they got with someone from a different culture or background or social standing, that their family or friends, possibly friends as well actually, I feel like this person is in a bad crowd and it hangs around with some toxic people. I feel like there would be some criticism of them for doing that. So your Dixit cards now, these are not made for divination, they're actually a game, but I just love them. I love using them in my readings. So let's see which cards you've got. So you have this card here, so it's like this paper is being folded in the air into a bird, and then it's becoming a real bird, and then it's like flying around again. So cycles, this person is going round and round in these negative cycles, these habits, these patterns, thought patterns, behavioral patterns that need to stop. They need to break this cycle. And then you've also got this vampire who is made of like an onion. He's really cute, but he smells. And the way he's kind of tapping his fingers together, it looks like he's trying to make a decision, but he's not being exactly assertive about it. And I feel like that's your person as well. It feels like they're kind of like, Like they know they've got to come to some kind of decision. They know they've eventually got to make that leap. But right now they're like, yeah, I'd rather not. That's the feeling I'm getting from them. And then your Gnome tarot card today is Umiernost. So this is temperance. And the key word for this card is care. But it's also about coming back into balance. It's about detoxing. It's about getting away from those extremes of emotion or those extremes of, habits like addictions or negative catastrophizing thought patterns. This person may actually be depressed, or they may have some kind of personality disorder, possibly. They need to find their balance and their peace. They need to find that center point where they feel comfortable, where they aren't self-destructing, where they're really detoxed. There's some things that they need to do to heal. And you can't be the person that does that healing for them. They need to do that by themselves. They need to seek out professionals. I feel some of these people, they need to actually talk with a professional about this. So let's look at your charms now, and then we'll do your dice. So, what is keeping pile number 2's person from coming towards them? What are the external obstacles or just blockages that this person is experiencing? Okay, so we've got a few charms here. So let's look for your initials first. So you've got J here, and you've got N. Oh, you've got both J's. That's crazy. And also A. Oh, and I. Okay. So N, J twice, A and I. Okay. So I'm just going to start from the bottom and just read up based on what I see. So you've got this protective hand here, which protects against negative energies and entities. There's also the fire extinguisher, which is about putting an end to a crisis situation. So I feel this person really does need to put a stop to what they're doing. There's the dolphin here, which is about helpful people. So maybe there is someone you know who is like a psychologist or a counselor or something, someone who can really be trusted to help this person. But I'm feeling like that person may not be you, that you can try and help this person to access help, but that you can't be the person that's always trying to save them from themselves. So you've got the pine cone here, and this is about eternal life. It's about the pineal gland as well, everlasting memories. So I feel like it's this eternal cycle that this person is perpetuating. Maybe even their parents or ancestors have been through similar situations where they've had a very addictive personality that easily gets addicted to things. There's also the calculator, which is about this person working out what they want and what they need to do. And this black obsidian ball is about mysteries, things that are hidden from you. This person does think you're beautiful. So you have an angel, two actually here. You've got these angel wings as well. Angels are watching over and protecting your situation. I feel like, because it's landed on this reason card, angels are trying to communicate these messages to this person, but this person needs to listen. They need to listen to what they're being told. And, you know, for some people that can be very difficult if they're not in any way spiritually minded, or if they don't have a strong intuition. It's a very difficult thing for many people to learn. And there's this crocodile here, which is about a toxic person, someone who may be very superficially charming. They may talk very well, they may be very attractive or charming, but they do not have the best interests of others at heart. They only really care about what they want. And there are the cookies here, and normally I love this charm when I see it because it's about naughty little treats, things that we indulge in even though they might be a bit expensive or just decadent in a way, indulgent. But when I see it here, I'm thinking it's representative of that addiction, whatever this person is indulging in. There's also the fortress, which makes me feel like this person is not open to talking right now. They're still not open to accessing this help. They're very closed off. They're very isolated. And there's a Christmas tree here. So this is talking about winter time. Something happened in the winter or will happen in the winter that's important in this relationship. Yeah, you've got the rocking horse, which is about just going backwards and forwards in a situation without getting anywhere. And it's also about childhood memories or childhood traumas, issues. The thing that this person is dealing with might have started when they were very young. Or it might have its root cause in their childhood. Might be some inner child wounds that need to be healed. There's stability and growth here with this tree. There is a solution to the situation. There's a big key here. But there's this explosion, this suddenness, something happening very quickly, and the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. If you've seen the Harry Potter movie, it's like this circular door with these snakes all around it. And it says that a chamber of fear or horrors or past traumas has been opened, and it needed to be opened so that it could be dealt with, so that the monster could disappear. But it's a difficult time when you're going through this. There's also the baby boy here, and because we've got the fertility card, I wonder if this person does have children, or if it's an issue with pregnancy, or with one person wanting children, the other person not wanting them. But it also talks about someone who's behaving in a very childish way. And there's flexibility here, but I feel more this is like someone in this relationship is bending over backwards for the other person. There's fearless here, needing to confront fears. And the shark, which represents fears. So this person is very afraid. They have a lot of their own demons that they need to deal with. There is a chair here which represents house and home. It represents wanting to be solid and firm and upright. And there's the kettle, lots of things bubbling away underneath the surface that are going to come to the forefront, like this Chamber of Secrets charm. This is something that's been building for a very long time, I feel. Like, for many of them, it'll be caused, or the catalyst for it will have been something in their childhood, and it's now bubbling over. It's now coming to this explosion that needs to be dealt with. And then there's dreaming of the sea, which is like they're yearning for someone or something. They're missing someone or something. There's something they really want, but they can't have it. So we're going to do your dice now, group number 2, and you've got the original story cubes. So there are 9 dice here, but I don't want to roll all of them in case they don't all have a message for you today. So I'm going to ask this D10 how many we're going to roll. So how many of these dice am I rolling for group number 2 today, please? 3. Okay, so just going to let 6 of them drop naturally back into the box. Okay. So, what is keeping Pile 2's person from coming forward? What external obstacles or internal struggles are there that's stopping them from being with this person? Okay. Yeah, you've got this moon charm, dice, sorry. And the moon is about our anxieties, our fears, our worries, our shadow side, everything that we keep hidden, everything that we don't want to share with the world because we don't want to be vulnerable. But not even that, also things that we aren't consciously aware of ourselves. So like subconscious things that are having an impact on this person. There's also the house here, which makes me think that there are some family issues here as well. So interfering family, or worry about where this person's going to live. I feel like for some of you, this person is thinking about relocating. But I feel like also for some of you, there are issues with the parents or the family in general in this connection. And then there's this dragon, but it's a very kind of demonic looking dragon. This person has a lot of their own demons to deal with, as I was saying. And also, when I get the dragon, it means something very significant in this person's life. This is a big, big lesson for them. And because you've got the Judgment card as well, and also the Devil card, which is major arcana, this is a big thing for this person that they need to go through. But they're dealing with their own demons. They're fighting this monster. They may also be born in the year of the dragon. But it's a big thing that they're dealing with. So I really hope this gave you some answers. Group number 2, I hope it gave you some clarity. Please do let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. If you want to book a private reading, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box, but please do remember to leave your email address, your question, and the names of everyone involved when you do that. Don't forget to like, share with a friend, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon. There's a load of cool things over there. We're going to have the reading giveaway soon. And also, if you don't want to do that, if you just want to give something that's like a one-time donation, you can donate to my PayPal link to give a tip for this reading. Or if you're feeling really generous and you'd like to send me a deck, do check out my Amazon wishlist. It would be really, really lovely if any of you were kind enough to do that, and we could use the new deck on the channel. So just let me know if you want to do that. And have a lovely rest of your day. Whatever time it is for you, wherever you are in the world when you're watching this, please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay at home, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Hey there everyone who chose group number 3 with this Shiva Lingam stone. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to take a look at the cards and we're going to see what external obstacles are keeping you from being with this person, but also what is stopping this person in themselves from coming towards you. So you've got quite a lot of tarot cards today, but I'm just going to look at all of them for you. You've got 3 of Fire, Knight of Air, 10 of Air, the Magician, Ace of Air, and 8 of Fire. So this person is probably an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Possibly a fire sign as well, but I'm feeling more air signs for many of you. So what am I seeing with these cards? Firstly, with the 3 of Fire and 8 of Fire, what I get from these cards is travel. So this person may travel a lot, or they may live at a distance from you. So maybe you don't live in the same country or the same city, and that is obviously a big issue in your relationship because you can't physically be around each other very often. This is what I'm seeing, like travel in this person's life. Maybe they're from another country, and that makes a kind of uncertainty about whether they're going to stay where you live for a long time. Knight of Air and kind of 8 of Fire as well tells me that things are moving very quickly in their life. They've got a lot of decisions to make about their future. Maybe they've got decisions about where they're going to live, what job they're going to have. There's just a lot going on in their life right now, and they need to make these important choices. And because of that, they're focusing on them and they're not factoring you into this. 10 of Air tells me they may have recently gone through a breakup, and that is still weighing heavily on their lives, or they've recently been rejected from a university or from a job, and that has made them feel really bad, like possible depression this person has been through. I'm feeling because something ended for them. Maybe they lost a loved one, maybe someone they know recently passed away, and that has cast a shadow over them. I'm feeling like they've had a tough time of it in the recent past. And then the Magician and the Ace of Air, these are both number 1. And firstly, this makes me think that this person is just focusing on them, on number 1. But also, what I get with these cards is new beginnings. They've got a lot of options for them right now. Things are really changing in their lives. They're coming to new ideas and inspirations. They're trying to start something new and head out on a new journey. And they may have completely reinvented themselves, or they may be about to start a career or start a new study or moving somewhere else. And it feels like that is just making your relationship less important in their present life because they're too busy focusing on what is new for them and what is starting in their life, and that's very exciting for them. So that is keeping them from coming towards you. Also look at your oracle cards now, then we'll do your charms and your dice. So you've got 2 Mermaid Oracle cards. Homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, settled. So yeah, they may be moving somewhere else, or there may be an issue with where the both of you live. Experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. Okay, strongly what I'm getting from these 2 cards is you may have wanted more commitment than this person wanted. So I don't know if you're in a relationship with this person currently, or if you've previously been in a relationship with them, but it feels like if you were, then you were pushing for commitment and they didn't want that. They kind of really dug their heels in when you tried to push for that because they did not want that. Or you are seeing this person, or you're interested in this person. I don't feel this person wants anything committed right now. I feel like they are very much focused on their life. I feel like they are going through a lot of changes in their life right now, and they just don't have the space to think of a committed relationship. Also with experiments, this looks like a Dementor to me, if you are a fan of Harry Potter, and that again makes me think of depression, going through a bad time mentally. It also makes me think maybe this person has been a bit cruel to you. They've been possibly quite arrogant when you've offered yourself to them in a very vulnerable, open, honest, genuine way. They've kind of been unkind to you. So your Les Vampires Oracle card is Outsider, Misfit, Loner, Wanderer. This makes me feel again like this person may be a foreigner in your country. They may not have a lot of family support around them. I feel like this person is very independent. They are having to cope on their own right now because they've got a lot of decisions to make. They've got a lot of changes going on, and they need to rely on themselves for that. It feels also like they're kind of making the decision to be a loner right now. They are just saying, right, for now, I don't want anything serious because I'm creating my own world. I'm like manifesting my own world here, and I'm not in that stable place to be able to offer someone anything committed. So your Sacred Traveler Oracle card is Narrow Pathway, Tread Thoughtfully. Yeah, they've got a lot of things that could go wrong at the moment. I feel like they're negotiating a lot of things, such as careers, education, living arrangements, and if one of these things fall through, they're going to be in a bad situation. They're going to be in big trouble. And that is taking up a lot of their mental space right now, and emotional space as well. They really want to come out the other side of this rickety bridge. They don't want to fall through into the canyon. So that's what they're focused on right now. So your Romance Angel card is Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Again, that's what I'm feeling, like this travel energy around you. Maybe you met this person abroad, and they're still situated abroad. Or maybe you can only see them for very short amounts of time, and when you do, it's kind of like this bittersweet time because you're spending time together, but you know that it's not going to last very long. And I feel like one of you is much more invested in enjoying that time than the other person. I feel like when you leave, if that's your situation, take it how it resonates. When you leave, one of you is much more upset than the other person, and I feel like you get upset when you leave this person, when you know that you're not going to see them for a while, and that person isn't really as affected by this because they've got just so much of their own stuff to focus on. So let's look at your Dixit cards now. These are actually not made for divination. They're a game, but I use them in my readings. I really love them. They're beautiful cards. So here we've got a little TV person who is watching a goldfish bowl rather than a TV. So this is interesting. What this tells me is that he's maybe not focusing on the right things, or he's focusing on what is actually real, because I feel like your relationship for many of you is not a committed relationship. It's not a relationship that you've both kind of announced to the world. And so this person is focusing on what is real for them, which is their life. and their goals and their ambition and their security. And so that's what they're looking at. And I feel like they're just spending a lot of time kind of enjoying their private time at home. They're just enjoying their solitude, because I feel that this person is probably an introvert, or they really crave their alone time. Their home is their sanctuary. And maybe you're calling them a lot of the time, asking them if they want to meet up, and they're making excuses because they just want to sit at home and be cozy. So then you've got, there's like Jack going up the beanstalk, but he's got like a satchel. And yeah, with this, again, I'm feeling like he's focused on work and career. I feel this person is really ascending their own mountain in terms of going up in the world. They're going up in the career ladder, or they're getting their foot on the property ladder. They are finding their place in life, and they're really focused on doing that. And then you've got this image which makes me think of like rage, anger, revenge, wrath. I feel when you try and broach this subject with this person, like when you try and talk to them about commitment or about what the next step is for your relationship, that they maybe get quite angry with you, or they get quite mean with you. Like they just shut you down, or they get angry, or they walk away. It doesn't feel like nice energy when you ask them that. And then your Tarot of the Gnome card today is Девятка чаш, пьянство. This is the 9 of Cups, and it says here drunkenness. So this person may just be focused on kind of enjoying their own life. But this can't last forever. Like, this is not a situation that they can continue on forever, but the 9 of Cups is about wanting their own fulfillment, going after their own fortune, the things that are going to make them happy, and doing that alone. The 9 of Cups is a card of alone. And I feel this person is very independent, or is going through a period where they are having to rely on themselves a lot. They are having to really discover who they are and how deep their own strength is, which is a very formative experience for people. And you know, it's good for them that they are experiencing that. But if you have feelings and hopes invested in this connection, then it's not nice for you to be kind of on the sidelines, shut out. So let's see what your charms say about this situation. So group number 3, what is keeping this person from you? What is stopping them from coming forward towards you? Okay, so let's see what we've got here, and then we'll do your dice. So firstly, your initials. You've got Y, X, E. Well, that spells out X. Maybe this is your ex we're talking about, or they've got an issue with an X. There's also W and O. So those are your initials, first name, surname, or place to do with this situation. And you've got ambitious here, which is Capricorn energy. So like I said, this person seems to be very focused on their own goals and on what they want to achieve. There is this tiny little heart that says, I don't know if you'll be able to read this on the camera, but it says made with love. So I feel like this person does have these kind of loving feelings for you, but they are buried underneath so much that's going on in their own life. There's the car here for fast progress. The key, which indicates finding a solution to a situation. And the footprint, this can talk about pets or animals, but it is more often about following someone on social media or following in the footsteps of someone else. You have listened to your inner wisdom here with this elephant. And you've got another elephant here, which is the Hindu god Ganesha. He is the god of knowledge and wisdom and healing and moving obstacles out of people's way, overcoming obstacles. And if you're new to the channel, whenever I pull a god charm from my charm tin, this means that this god wants to help you in your situation. So this god is reaching out to you and is saying, please call upon me, please ask me for help through meditation or prayer, whatever you feel the most comfortable with, whatever resonates with you the most. You could even just say it out loud. This god wants to help you, essentially. If you like my god charms, let me know in the comments, because I can try and look for some more. I don't really have very many, but I can try and look online and get some more. Okay, so you've got here a cartouche, and this is a very powerful charm whenever this comes out. This says that you are divinely protected for your entire life, and then even after that, like you have very, very strong divine protection for the duration of your life and beyond. And you have protection and faith here. So there's a very strong feeling of divine protection. So I don't think you need to worry too much about this situation. You don't need to let it take up too much of your energy. This little pumpkin indicates autumn or Halloween. So that may be when something has changed or changes in your relationship. It may be an important time for your relationship. You've also got taking things slowly with this turtle. This person thinks you're beautiful. And then you've got the pirate ship, and this is interesting. This can indicate travel and adventure, but it's also a warning about illegal activity. So maybe this person is kind of engaged in something that is not entirely legal, or maybe if they are a foreigner in your country, maybe their status in your country isn't exactly legal, and that is what they're trying to deal with. There's also a lightning strike here, so something shocking, something has recently shocked them. Live, love, laugh says that they're just trying to enjoy each day. They're trying not to worry too much about the future and making plans, so they just want to take each day at a time. You also have this chivalry charm, and it's about sticking to your word. So if this person told you originally that they weren't looking for anything committed, they're sticking to that. Like, whatever they tell you, I feel like they're going to stick to it. There's also transformation here, and like I said, I feel this person is really going through a very transformative time for themselves. They have stability and security with this anchor, and then this arrow is Sagittarius energy. It's also about determination, going for goals again. There is inner wisdom again with this owl. This little deer is about someone who is a bit naive, quite gentle and innocent, maybe too trusting, maybe a bit gullible. And there's hope here. You have stability and growth with this tree. And healing, this starfish, there's some healing that needs to be done, because starfish grow back the limbs that they've lost. That's why they're a healing charm for me. There's also dreaming of the sea. So I feel like this person wants to travel in their future, or they're really missing something or someone, or yearning for someone or something. And that is having an effect on your relationship. And there is a girl here. So this may be a third-party situation for some of you, although I feel like if it is, you'll probably know about it already or very soon. Then around here, you've got this thread that came off one of my worry dolls, and it was wrapped around this growth charm. So they're kind of worried about the amount of growth that they're going through right now. And then there's this Pegasus charm, which is about inspiration, creativity, wonders, miracles happening in their life. And there's a granted wish here. So things are gonna turn out for the best with them soon. There's gonna be some things that they've really wanted to happen that will come about for them. Wow, there's a passport here. Yeah, there's strong travel energy here. There's generous, which is Leo energy. This wrench is about wanting to fix things. And then this flexibility charm makes me think that someone in this connection has been bending over backwards for the other person. That's what I'm feeling. Someone has been really putting their needs and wants to the side to let this person have whatever they want. And that needs to stop. So let's look at your dice now. We've got the mystery story cubes for you today. And there are 9 dice in this box. But I don't want to roll all of them in case they don't all have a message for you today. So I'm going to ask this D10. How many dice am I rolling for group number 3 today, please? Six. Can you see that? Is it going to focus? No, that's fine. It's the number 6. So I'm going to take them all out and I'm going to let 3 just naturally fall back into the box. Okay, and then I'm going to roll the remaining 6. So what is keeping pile number 3's person from coming towards them? What are the obstacles standing in their way? Okay. This is interesting. You've got a brain and a heart here. It feels like head and heart are telling them 2 different things. You can see that. It's interesting they kind of came out next to each other. They're hearing 2 different things from their head and their heart. There's also these papers, which makes me think there's some kind of documentation that they need to work through. If it's to do with their legal status in the country, if it's to do with education or work, there's something they need to sign. Something that's really taking up a lot of their energy right now is something to do with this documentation, this official papers that they're working through. There's also this blood splat here, which makes me think that things have recently been quite messy in their lives, and it's landed on that 10 of air card, that card of endings, that card of rock bottom. It feels like they've been through a tough time, basically. They're trying to get back to a more orderly, stable life. And then this is weird that you've got this TV, because you've got this picture here. Feels like they're just spending a lot of time disengaging from this connection. They're spending a lot of time just trying to drown out their worries and their thoughts and their decisions with TV or YouTube or scrolling through Facebook posts. Like they're just doing these things that aren't engaging their brain very much. They're just trying to drown out their thoughts. And then here on this drunkenness card, you've got this, what is this called? It's like the cutout of a person, like the outline of a person. And it just, it feels like they're really trying to drown out something and just end up flat on the ground without any thoughts. That's what I'm feeling, like they just, at the end of the day, they get back to their house, switch on the TV or they put on YouTube and they just lie flat on the sofa or on their bed, just trying not to think about their life and about any decisions that they need to make, any situations. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this person right now. So I'd say give them some time to let their life settle a little bit. I'm not saying that there's no future for this relationship at all. I'm just saying that at the moment, the circumstances aren't right for them to be able to offer you anything in terms of a committed relationship, but that could change. So, don't rule them out. Just let them deal with their own issues by themselves. So I really hope that this has given you some clarity. Group number 3, please do comment below and let me know how it resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share with a friend, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to book a private reading, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box, but please do remember to leave your email address, your question, and the names of anyone involved. So that I don't have to chase you up for that information. You'd be surprised at how many people book a reading with me and then don't even leave me a question. I'm like, what do you expect me to do with this? Like, obviously, if it's a general predictions, like if it's your next 3 months or 6 months or whatever, that's fine. You don't need to leave a question. But I still need an email address. But some people buy like love readings or like a reading where they can literally ask any 1 or 2 questions and they don't write anything at all. I'm like, what do you want me to do? So yes, if you want to book a reading, remember to leave me that information. If you want to support the channel, do please consider checking out my Patreon page. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. We're going to do the giveaway soon to get a reading with me at the end of the month. There are other picker cards and daily inspiration posts on there too. If you don't want to do that but you still want to help out the channel, there is a PayPal link if you want to leave me a tip for this reading or a small donation. That would be really lovely, and everything I get will go back into the channel, go towards buying new decks, dice, charms, etc. If you are feeling really generous and you'd like to send me a new deck, do consider checking out my Amazon wishlist. That would be so amazing if you were feeling kind enough to do that, and we'd be able to use that on the channel. So please do get in touch if you want to do that. And have a lovely rest of your day wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is for you when you're watching this. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Please take care of yourselves, stay at home, take care of your health, stay healthy, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.